She's too clever.
Cassian, what's this? I'm sorry, my God.
My name is Maarva Andor.
It was a brave move, that you know.
I'm honored to be a daughter of Thoris. I'm honored to be worthy of the stone.
A big act of rebellion, you know.
I was 6, I think. First time I touched a funerary stone. My sister's hand as we walked all the way from Fountain Square. Where you stand now, I've been more times than I can remember. I remember every time it happened, every time the dead lifted me with their truth. And now I'm dead. And I yearn to lift you. It's because I want you to go on. But I fear for you. We've been sleeping. We had each other and they left us alone. We kept the trade lanes open and they left us alone. Because we had each other. We had fairies. We were sleeping. I've been sleeping.
You want to wake them
I'm
up?
turning away from the truth. There is a wound that won't heal at the center of the galaxy.
You know the feeling
There
the
is a
same?
darkness
What's happening?
reaching. We let it grow, and now it's here. It's here, and it's not visiting anymore. The Empire is a disease that thrives in darkness. It is never more alive than when we sleep. Perhaps it's too late.
Guys.
If I could do it again, I'd wake up early and be fighting these bastards.
What did I say in intro? Cassian can fight when she couldn't, you know.
Fight the Empire.
You doing that to Biggs? I mean why did I say Biggs? It's Biggs. I'm sorry. Biggs.
I dreamt you came back.
Please. Hey, listen. You gotta get out of here.
Maarva was here.
Wasn't she great?
You're gonna protect her, Peter. Oh, that was big, that was great, kid, but how many civilians, innocent people did you kill doing that? Already they're running into the fight. Oh, careful, be careful!
You. What are you doing here?
what you had to do, my dear. Okay, you succeeded, Cassian, you succeeded. Come on. Cereal. No? He just saved you.
You're in trouble.
You can thank him later. Oh, you were truly afraid of dying.
I should say thank you. You don't have to.
It's really wrong because really I can ship them. You're just watching. They are the rebellion. If you didn't understand that.
Come on, guys! Fuel gauge at 0. I've got nothing!
Salt out. He's waiting for.
All of you at the same place. Cassian and Biggs. Cassian and Biggs.
Cassian. Where are you going?
Okay, you're not gonna die. If they are with you, you're not gonna die. You know, I was really worried for me. Brasso and Cassian, you're coming. So kid, Brasso, Biggs.
Can they make it without you? You never make it out of here.
Can they?
The moment you get over the water, you climb. Straight home, full top, handful, no cost. Only in. You understand? You're not coming.
Oh,
Baby, take care of things until I get there. I'm counting on you. You always say that.
Ah,
And you always come through.
I'm proud of you, B, because you kept that secret.
Cassian will find us.
Always.
I'll find you.
You're gonna be alive. We're gonna see you during the season 2. Oh, I'm glad. I'm so glad. I was so afraid for all of you. This thing can fly, right? You're gonna present your daughter. Yes, she wanted that, but she's just a kid, and Mom, she knows why she did it.
Prepare for evac. Full stealth.
Cassian is gonna be there.
You came here to kill me, didn't you?
Here, I'll make it easy.
Nah.
Kill me. Or take me in.
I prefer that option. You know he's honest right there, fully. The end? We have so much to discuss during the review, but first I want to check if we have an hidden scene. You're building. Is it what I see? Just a quick reminder, you know. You know, I'm saying it each time, this show Andor, it's about how Cassian got involved into the rebellion and how the rebellion began, you know, all of that. But that post-credit scene, it's just a reminder that it's also into the same period of time that the Empire also organized itself against the rebellion, did things like that. Good reminder. At the end, good reminder. This episode was so good and even better than I thought because, you know, because of the fact that we have a season 2, and I think that this show, you know, was thought to have 2 seasons. Because of that, I thought that we would have a big moment, you know, rebellion moment, something like that into Ferrix during the funerals. Even if I'm gonna come back to it later, I didn't think that it would be like that. But I thought that because of Cyril being there, you know, hidden or something like that, and because of the fact that we have a season 2, at the end, Cassian, who was with the rebellion, would be taken by the Empire, you know, something like that, for during the season 2 releasing him, I mean him coming back to the rebellion really, to continue that thing about he wants to be into the rebellion now, but he can't be into the rebellion. I thought about something like that. So the fact that at the end he's rejoining the rebellion, I mean, this end of the season 1 could be an end on its own, you know? Again, this story, this show is about how the rebellion began, how Andor joined it. That's it. In fact, you know, with this season 1, it could be enough to respond to these answers, and they don't need a season 2. Like, people can imagine what is gonna happen, you know, after that, to fill the blanks of the chronology. Like, the season 2 is gonna fill the blanks, you know, of the chronology, but without the season 2, still we had the answers about these questions, so the season 1 on its own can be enough. I think that the writers really thought of this show to be built, you know, in 2 seasons, but thinking also that maybe they're not gonna be renewed, and the season 1 needs to have a beginning and an end, you know, which would work on its own. Do you understand what I mean? I really felt it like that. It's great. I think that it's a really good way to do it, because we still have stuff that we need to do during the season 2, but if it's not renewed, it's enough. So the fans, they want to see the rest, but if they're not gonna have the rest because of Disney deciding to not do it or something like that, you can never know. The writers prepared that to still satisfy the fans. Really cool, really, really cool. Okay, about what happened during this episode. You know that during the last episode, when we discovered that Maarva died, I was really sad because I knew that she wanted to be a part of the rebellion, to do something. So I was sad that she couldn't have a big brave moment, but at the same time I thought that it was more realistic, and with this show, which is trying to be the most realistic, you know, at least for the Star Wars shows, that was really cool. But the fact that during this episode, in fact, she has her brave moment during this funeral, that big rebellion moment with all of them reunited, and she's leading them to wake up, to fight against the Empire. It was so cool, it was so great, it was what I wanted for her, you know, and the fact that it's after her death, it means also so lot. She said it out loud, but I told you that during the intro. The fact that her being killed before fighting, when she wanted to fight, when she had reasons to fight, she lost people that she loved. Being killed before that, it could be a good thing for Cassian. Like, I don't want to do that, I want to fight before, you know, like, I don't want to have that regret. Something like that. So for her to say it out loud, okay, for all of these people, but also for Cassian, that was so cool. And yes, Cassian, he heard that, he heard also Nemik talking about the freedom, you know, the idea, I mean, of freedom, and the fact that you have to continue to try. I thought that it was so great that, you know, he didn't say during that moment, we have to win, let's do that, let's do that. He said we have to continue to try, like, to try to reach that freedom, we have to continue to fight. It's not the idea of we have to win, and if we don't win, we lose. Like, no, like, even if you don't win that battle, and still you're gonna continue to try. Like, it's really the idea of up, trying no matter what, fighting no matter what, it's the idea of, yes, keeping up to have that freedom, and that thing about the fact that tyranny, it's not the natural thing, so for them, for the Empire, it's also rough, and no matter what, people are going to be against them, even if they don't know that they are part of the rebellion, they are already a part of the rebellion, and that's also the idea, you know, behind this show, to show to the viewers and also to explain that the rebellion, at some point, they were united, but they already existed through little acts of rebellion, right there. It was not a little act of rebellion, but you've got what I mean by that. And you know, in fact, for the Empire, it's a little act of rebellion, because at the end, our guys, they survive, you know, because they can escape. But right there, a lot of people were killed during that battle. Okay, some troopers, but also some civilian people. And at the end, let's be objective, you know, let's be honest, they're gonna take back the control on Ferrix. You know, it's not because our guys, they did that and all that suddenly Ferrix is gonna be independent and stuff like that. Not at all. So for the Empire, that was a little act of rebellion, but still such a good one, you know, like it was so cool. I was so afraid of really all of Cassian's friends dying right there. Brasso, the kid, all of them. We lost one, but you know, at least all of the rest, they're gonna be alive, they're gonna be somewhere. The fact that they took B also, you know, the droid, for me it really means that they're gonna be into the season 2, but they're gonna have also a story around them, around the fact that Cassian is gonna find them. So that's something, you know, that's a promise to keep them for the season 2, to have something for them for the season 2. That's so cool. I love that. But yes, I was afraid of that kid, you know, dying, making a suicidal mission thing. That moment, you know, with Maarva talking, with Brasso being like that, with the kid and all, that was such an emotional moment, a brave moment. I was amazed, impressed, and so stressed and so emotional. That was so cool. The music was perfect during that moment. Cassian saving Biggs during that moment. I really thought that Dedra and or Cyril could guess, you know, what was happening, that it was a diversion for Cassian to save Biggs. I really thought, you know, that at the moment that Dedra understood that Cassian was not there, she would understand also that it was a diversion, she would go back to the hotel. Like, I thought that it would happen like that. In fact, no. And in fact, Dedra, you know, that moment, it was really more for her to understand that they are really fighting, like, that these moments of rebellion, people are dying, she could have died. Like, it's not just words and numbers that she's analyzing and all, it's real, you know? It's really the beginning of the war, something like that. I really think that this moment, for her, it was for that, you know, for her character, to be really afraid, to understand that this is real, and for sure for Cyril to prove himself by protecting her. You know, before that, when they first met, and after that, when they talked, you know, on that bridge thing, you know what I mean by that, I felt a certain tension between them, but I was like, I'm not sure that the writers, they're gonna go into that direction really. Maybe they want to imply that, but they're maybe not gonna go fully into that direction. With that scene, I really think that they're gonna go into that direction with the two of them, and I really think that into a weird way, I can ship them. I said it, I know that they're on the wrong side, I know that what they are doing is so bad for us, I know that they did really bad things, but at the same time, they are good at their jobs, and you know, when you see two people who are right and who are fighting against people who are doing things wrong, you know, you want to be on the side of the people who is right. Do you understand what I mean? So in a weird way, at some point, I was rooting for them because they were doing their jobs right, even if their job is wrong. So right there, to have these two, like, to ship them, it feels so weird, so not right, and at the same time, that's... in a weird way, I can ship them more than Cassian with Biggs. you know? It's weird. So right there, we have Cyril who proved himself, so you know when they're gonna come back, when they're gonna report all of what happened, for sure Cyril is gonna work with Deidre after that, and yes, when they're gonna report what happened just right there, that's gonna be important. Luthen, you decided to not kill Cassian, that's great. I think that for Luthen, you know, this episode, it was really to see, I mean, to be reminded through what Maarva is saying, but also through what all of these guys who are not parts of the rebellion, you know, at first, the fact that they are deciding to fight together, that moment of hope, that moment of fight and all, it's a good reminder for Luthen, you know, they are fighting because of that. That's the rebellion, you know, they were not the rebellion, but they are in fact the rebellion. Do you know what I mean? I think that for Luthen it was a good reminder. So when Cassian at the end is saying, kill me or let me be a part of the rebellion, like for sure you want someone like him to fight with you. It's better like that, you know, like he's a good soldier for you. But it's also intervening after that, you know, after Luthen what that reminder, and he knows all of Cassian's story, so he's gonna be a good soldier, but he's also gonna be a good leader, and he has also the good values, like all of what happened. For Luthen it can mean that. Vera and Cinta, they're gonna be okay also. Mon, you manage to hide in a way the fact that you're losing money. At least for now, they are having doubts, and soon you're gonna repair the situation because you're giving your daughter into that situation. Again, you can be like, this daughter, that's what she wants, so it's okay. She's just a kid at the end. Maybe she doesn't understand fully what is happening right there. And no matter what, Mon, she knows why she's doing that. She's not doing that because her daughter wants to. She's doing that for her own interest, and I mean for her interest, for the interest of the rebellion, and really for someone like Mon with these values, it means so much that right there she decided to do it. To live with that for Mon, it's gonna be difficult. With the idea that she did that. I hope that, you know, for our daughter, we're gonna see the situation, how it's gonna evolve, we're gonna follow that. I want to follow that. That case, you know, that thing, that situation, I'm not okay with it. That was such a good season 1. I'm glad. And again, I'm glad because I think that it was announced that we're gonna have a season 2. I'm not so sure of it. So not being so sure of it, I'm glad that the season 1 is ending like that, because again, it can end like that, it would work. So it's cool. So yes, I don't know when we're gonna have the season 2, I hope that we're gonna have it soon. I'm gonna see you again, guys, for this season 2 of Andor, for the next season of The Mandalorian. I think that you understood that for the Book of Boba Fett, I'm not so sure that I'm gonna react to the season 2. And maybe for other shows of the Star Wars franchise, maybe? I can't announce you right now that I'm gonna react to this one or this one because I didn't decide yet, but you're gonna see me again for other shows, other Star Wars shows. And if you want still, I'm reacting to some other shows, you know, I made a playlist for each one of them on my channel, so if you can be interested by that, go check the playlist. Cool, really cool. So it's all, guys, for you, for me, for the season 1 of Andor. That was really cool. So it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.